Okay, let's just jump right in. If your dryer is flashing that dreaded E3 or F3 error code and has decided to stop working, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to walk through what that code means and, more importantly, how you can probably fix it yourself.
So there you are, staring at that blinking display, and I know exactly what's going through your head. Ugh, how much is this gonna cost me? Well, I've actually got some really good news for you.
Before you even think about picking up the phone to schedule a pricey service call, just hang on a second. This is one of the most common dryer errors out there. And more often than not, it's a simple, cheap part that you can absolutely replace on your own.
All right, first things first. To fix a problem, you've got to understand what the problem is, right? So in this first part, let's break down what your dryer is actually trying to tell you with that E3 or F3 code.
This code points directly to an electrical problem with the temperature sensor, which is also called a thermistor. Now, this little sensor has a crucial job. It tells the dryer's brain how hot the exhaust is getting to make sure it doesn't overheat. When that brain can't get a clear signal from the sensor, it does the safe thing and shuts the whole operation down. So what does that bad signal actually look like to the dryer's little computer brain? Well, it's seeing one of three things: an open circuit, which is basically like a cut wire, a short circuit where two wires are touching when they shouldn't be, or a temperature reading that's just impossible, like it's minus 40 degrees inside your dryer. Okay, so we know what the code is saying. Now, let's figure out why it's happening. We're going to treat this like a little detective story, and here is our list of the usual suspects. We're going to check these in order, from most likely to least. And here's the best part. Suspect number one, the thermistor itself, that's the bad guy almost every single time. The odds are overwhelmingly in your favor that this is a super simple part failure. Before we roll up our sleeves and get in there, let's cover the single most important part of any appliance repair. This is all about being safe and making sure we've got the right gear for the job. I cannot stress this enough. This is not a suggestion. You need to physically walk over to the wall and pull that power cord out. We have to be 100% certain there is zero electricity going to that machine before we start. Seriously, unplug it.
And the good news just keeps coming, because your tool list is super short. You'll probably just need some basic hand tools to get the access panel off, but the real hero of the day, the tool that's going to solve this mystery for us, is a multimeter. Okay, dryer's unplugged. Our tools are ready. It's time to start the real investigation. In this section, we'll go through it step by step. First step, let's find this thermistor and see what it has to say for itself. So you'll need to get the front panel of your dryer off. Once you do, look down at the bottom front for the big plastic part where the fan is. That's the blower housing. Attach right to it, you'll find our little sensor. Now, listen closely. This is important. You are not looking for the round, metal, disc-shaped part. That's a different safety switch. You want the small, plastic, kind of bullet-shaped sensor with two little wires coming out of it. Go ahead and carefully unplug the wire connector from the sensor. Now just take a good, close look. Look at the plastic connector, the little pins on the sensor, and the wires themselves. See anything that looks burnt, melted, or corroded. Sometimes you get lucky, and the problem is just a bad connection that you can spot with your own eyes. But if everything looks okay visually, well, it's time for the moment of truth. This is where we get a clear answer. Go grab your multimeter. Okay, this is exactly what we're looking for. Set your multimeter to ohms. That's the setting that looks like a little horseshoe. Now, touch the two probes from your meter to the two metal pins on the thermistor itself. A healthy sensor will give you a reading somewhere between 10,000 and 50,000 ohms. Then, pinch the sensor with your fingers to warm it up. You should see that number start to drop, nice and smooth. If you see that, the part is good. But if your meter reads OL for open line, or basically zero, or if that number doesn't change at all when you warm it, boom, you've found your failed part. Okay, you've completed the test, you have your result. We are in the home stretch now. Let's interpret those results, get our final verdict, and pinpoint the exact fix you need to do. And here is your answer, plain and simple. Just match your test result to this chart. Did you get one of those bad readings? OL, 0, or no change with heat? Your solution is crystal clear. Replace the exhaust thermistor. Now, if the thermistor tested good, but you found a problem with the wires, you'll need to repair them. And only if both the sensor and the wiring are perfect do you even begin to consider the main control board. But I really want to hammer this home because it's the key takeaway. 9 times out of 10, maybe even more, the entire fix for an E3 or F3 error is simply swapping out that one little sensor that you just tested. That's it.
And what's the cost of that fix? We are talking about a part that costs around $25. Just think about that. $25 and a little of your time versus a $150 service call, maybe more. That is a huge win. So, you've done the diagnosis, you've pinpointed the problem, and you know the solution is simple and affordable. The only question left is, are you ready to get your dryer back up and running?